Hello guys and welcome to my channel S for Shivani. I am Shivani Saxena and this is another video in the series of Excel tutorial for beginners. And in this video we are going to learn about important shortcut keys which will help you save your time so that you not just speeding up your work but also your work results in accuracy. If you want me to make more such videos, then like this video and subscribe to my channel right away. Let's begin with the shortcut keys. Now let's say I've made some changes in this data and I want to save those changes. Then I press Ctrl and S key. To open a new sheet, I press Ctrl and N key. And as you can see, book 2 has now opened. Now if I want to go back to my old workbook, what I have to do is press Alt and the Tab key together. So if I press this, you can see all of my folders have come here, and if I keep holding the Alt key and pressing the Tab key, I can see which tab I have to go to. So I want to go back to the employee data tab and I leave the Alt key now. Now I am back to my old file. If I have to navigate between the workbooks, what I can do is press Ctrl key and page down key to move to the next one and page up key to move back to the previous one. If I have to close this workbook, I have to press Alt and F4 function key. To give print command, Control and P key. And then you can adjust the settings here. And go to the page setup and see everything is coming on one page. I'm going back because I don't have to print it now. Now if you see, automatically this dotted line has come, which shows that whatever I'm going to print is going to cover columns A to column G, and column H will not be covered in the current page setup. So when you're going to print, see that your entire worksheet is getting printed and nothing is left. Now let's say I want to repeat. I'm going to select it, press Ctrl C for copy, go to this cell and press Ctrl V for pasting. Now let's say if by mistake I change this to random this and I want to undo it, so I have to press Ctrl and Z key. But if I feel that the original one, let's say, not in this case, but if the original value was fine and this is the wrong one and I have to redo it, I press Ctrl and Y and it will redo it. To cut a cell, let's say I don't want this percentage here. I press Ctrl X, go to some other place and do Ctrl and V. So my column has been removed from here to column K now. Now to find a particular name, let's say if I'm working on a big database and I want to find Atishay's mark, Ctrl and F key, type Atishay. Click on Find Next. And here Atishay is highlighted in this rectangle. Click on Close. Now let's say there is another additional field here which is names of cities. Let's say Pujit belongs to Delhi, Atishay to Pune, Bangalore, Bengaluru, Delhi and Bangalore. So as you can see, the correct spelling of Bangalore is, let's say I want to write Bengaluru only. Now instead of manually changing it, what I can do is I select the data, press Ctrl and H key. Here in replace, I'm going to type replace Bangalore with Bengaluru and I'm going to do replace all. There were two places where Bangalore was written and those have been replaced. Imagine working with lakhs of rows and going about finding wherever you have written Bangalore. So this shortcut makes it very easy to replace the data values that you have entered. Now let's say if your cursor is here and you want to go to the beginning of the cell in this particular row, press Home key. Pressing home key will take you to first cell in the particular row you are in. But if you're pressing Control and Home together, it will take you cell A1. So the first cell of the worksheet is highlighted here. Similarly, if I press Control and End key together, it takes me to the last cell of the worksheet in which the data is, which is L8. So 88% is the, even though there are columns in between, but ideally this is the last cell of the worksheet in which some data is entered. And again, I want to go back to the beginning of the sheet. I press Control and Home. Now to move across this table, if you want to move from one cell in a row towards your right, you can simply press the tab keys. And if you want to go back to the beginning, press Shift and Tab. So it will move you towards left. If you are here in the beginning of the column and you want to go to the end of the column, press Control and Down key. And similarly, to go up, Control and up arrow key to move up in the same column itself. Now if you directly want to format these cells, first select it, press Control, Shift and P key. It will open the Format Cells dialog box and you can make whatever changes you want. And you can see the preview here. I'm changing the font and size to 12. This is now changed. Now you can also press Shift and the space key together to select the entire row. Sometimes you might have to add some currency to the numbers that you are showing. For example, let's assume that this entire column has a value which is in rupees. So how do I change it? Select the cells, press Control, Shift and dollar key, and it will be done. Similarly, if you want to change a particular cell content into percentage, select the cells, press Control, Shift and %, and it will be done. Now sometimes if you want to copy whatever is there in the previous cell, so all I have to do is press Control, Shift and the quote key, and it will copy. So wherever you have to copy it, you just have to press Control, Shift and quote. But if you have to copy the content along with the formula, so what you want to do is, let's say I am calculating percentage here. So let me first convert this back to general format. Sum divided by the total marks. This is in percentage. And I want to copy this exact formula G3 by H3. I have to press Control and the quote key, and it will be copied. Now let's say you are working on data of students who belong to the same city. So instead of typing again and again the name of the city, what I can do is, let's say these are my students and they belong to Delhi. Now I have to copy Delhi to all the students. What I can do is press Control and E key, and it will fill it. Now let's say I have to mark the names of students who have scored low marks. So here it's 84 and 83. So let's say I want to mark Rohit as yellow, and I want to repeat the same action for Atishay. So instead of again going to the paint and finding the color, what I can do is select the cell and press F4 key. So in some keyboards you have to press it along with the function key, otherwise this share screen option will open. So Fn and then F4, and it will repeat wherever I want to do the same thing. So it repeats only the last action that you have done. Now let's say you type something with a wrong spelling. For example, I write student and I want to do a spell check on my entire document. So what I have to do is press the function key F7, and it will show me the list of all the content which is misspelled. So here student is misspelled, and you can select the correct spelling and click on change, and it will be done. Now let's say I want to create a mini table out of this big table in which I will only have the first name of students and the percentage of marks that they have scored. So what I can do is select this column, press Control key, and while holding the Control key, select another column. Now press Control and C. This will copy it. Go to the new sheet, select a cell and press Control and V, and it will be done. Now if you want to give this one a border, just select it. You can select it using Control and A and press Control Shift and key, and it will give an outside border to this table. Now if I want to map this data on a chart, all I have to do is select the data using Control and A and press the function key F11. And it will create a chart. Now let me open another sheet. I am typing some data here. Let's say items, price and amount. Increase the size a bit. You can also press Control key and use the mouse to zoom in and zoom out. So to zoom in, I am pressing Control key and scrolling upwards. To zoom out, press the Control key and scroll wheel backwards. So let's say 3. I select this. To give a nice border to this, I press Control Shift and the border is there. But in this case, we do not want a border. What I'm going to do is convert this into a table, and then I'll tell you what is the benefit of working on a table. So let me select this by pressing Control and A key. Now press Control and T key. Here check this box because our table has heading as item, price and amount. Press OK. Now it is converted into a table. Now let's say I am adding more items to this. 4 and the price is 200. So automatically it will multiply them and give me the result. Even if I'm adding 60, 50 each. This way working on table is very easy and it makes your work be done faster. Now let's say sometimes in some reports you have to put a stamp of the current time on which you are working on the data. For example, if it is about car inspection or the time at which any item is sold on a website, there you have to mention the exact timestamp. So what I can do is I have to press Control Shift and the colon key. So this is the exact time on which I am working on this particular cell. To mention the current date, press Control and just colon. So 12th July is the date and I'm working on it at which is 12:52 a.m. Now whenever you are selecting any numerical data, Excel helps you by giving a summary of the data or what we call descriptive stats. Let's say I'm selecting this data. If you go to the bottom of the screen, it will show you the value as average, count and sum. If you want to see more data fields, you can right click on this and add, let's say I'm adding minimum and maximum as well. So now minimum is 600 and maximum 9000 is what I am getting from. Now let's say when you are working on formula and sometimes some error occurs and you want to see what went wrong. So in order to see that formula, all you have to do is press Control and tilde key. In some of the keyboards, it is right before number 1 on your keyboard. So Control and tilde. And it will show me wherever in the worksheet I have used formulae. And to unhide the formulae, again click on Control and tilde. And it's back to being the numbers. In more videos ahead, we will be working on a lot of functions which involve putting in various arrays of data and going from one sheet to another. So in this case, what Excel does is it gives us a prompt or an argument to tell us what is the next step in that particular function. Let me give you an example. Let's say if I am typing sum if here and I'm opening the bracket. So whatever you see here, this is known as an argument or a prompt. Now, if you start typing or if you go from one sheet to another, this tends to disappear at times. To see it in full view, what we have to do is press Ctrl Shift and A key, and it will show what all has to be done in a bigger font, and it is more clear basically. Now, if you feel that learning all these shortcuts is just too much work and you cannot remember anything, then you can follow this particular trick. Now, on your keyboard, you have the Alt key. Press that. Now, on pressing the Alt key, as you can see, all these alphabets have popped up on your screen. So, basically, H denotes home, N denotes insert, P for page layout, M for formulas, A for data, and so on. So now let's say I want to change the alignment of all these cells. So first of all, I'm going to select the entire data set by Control and A key. I press Alt. For home, we have H. So I press H. Now on pressing H, you can see a lot of more shortcuts for the home menu itself. So on the screen, you can see for the center alignment, we have AC as a shortcut. So I press AC and it's done. Click outside. If you want to explore more, let's say the total salary column has formula. So I want to do show formula. Instead of doing manually, what I can do, press first of all select it, press the Alt key, M for formula and H for show formula. So as a business analyst, you have to do the same thing again and again on multiple workbooks on a daily basis. So these shortcuts really help in, cutting down on the time that you're spending on basic formatting and data sanitization. And you can quickly do these using the shortcut keys and then move on to the analytics part. I will also show you how you can add filter. So let me make it back to normal. Let's say I want to see data only for the Bangalore city. So what I can do is I select the data and I click on sort and filter here and add filter. Here you can see this button kind of thing has come up in all the column headings, and from here if you click you can select Bangalore and all the data about the Bangalore city is here. Similarly, if you want to see Pune, it's here. Now to save time, what I used to do is, let's say I want to remove this. Yeah. So I want to insert filter using the shortcut keys. What I do is press Alt D F F and it's done. Try it out with me. Alt D F F and it's done. So I'm, even if it is some microseconds I'm saving, but this time is really helpful whenever you are working on some urgent work that your boss has sent you to analyze, or if you are asked to do some calculation midway a conference and come up with new insights. These shortcuts will surely help you in leaving a good impression on your boss. So that is it for this video. More discussion on important formulae and functions in the next one. Like this video and subscribe to my channel right away.